Hello and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Theories, the show that covers the theories you may or may not have been asking ever since you started playing Pokemon. This show covers theories such as Red becoming a champion to the Kanto Wars. So if you have a theory burning in your mind, stay tuned and I might just address it. Hello and welcome back YouTubers, I'm Protomario, and today's Pokemon theory comes from Orlando Shannon, or Channon, whichever way you like to pronounce her name, and he asks, Pokemon only say their names. Why? So, Pokemon can only say their names, huh? Well, if I recall in the game, they have a weirder cry, but yes, due to the fact that they didn't have the room in the 8-bit megabyte cartridge and stuff like that, they just didn't have the room to make them say all their names. So understanding that will change our direction. We're going to end up referencing the anime. Well, Pokemon don't just always say their names. For example, Mewtwo can telepathically talk to humans, and Meowth can talk English language because it learned how to speak. But if I may be so bold as to reference the Bible for a moment, in the Bible it states that man was able to communicate with animals and had no problem speaking with them. That would mean that at one point in time we were able to speak with animals and animals weren't afraid of us. Very similar to Pokemon. I wouldn't necessarily say they tried to kill us, but again, we're speaking on a subject that we don't know for sure. It's not concrete, because we weren't there. So, after the fall of the Garden of Eden, the fall of Adam and Eve, the language of the animals became foreign to humanity, for whatever reason, a curse for us eating the apple. Besides the point that you may or may not believe this ties into this theory. Because of that reason, humans similarly can't understand Pokemon. That would be saying that Pokemon occurs in the real world and that God created humanity. Yes, I know that. So, again, let's keep that theory as a side theory. The next theory I'd like to propose is that animals' vocal cords can only operate at a certain frequency. Some animals can learn how to sign language, like monkeys, but they still cannot learn how to speak English, which would mean that their frequency, that they can use certain dialects and roll their tongues a certain way, is not an ability that they can do. Some parrots can emulate English but cannot speak it fluently, which is the problem. So, in a nutshell, basically Pokemon's vocal cords limit them in their ability to learn English and speak it. However, very similarly to animals, you can train your animals to know what you're saying. So Pokemon automatically know what their attacks are, and they can learn how to use those attacks. That would cover how they would learn attacks. I don't really know how one would train a Pokemon to learn an attack. It doesn't know, but it naturally learns. Again, just another theory for another day. Basically, Pokemon's vocal cords limit them. So I'm Protomario, and I'm signing out. And if you have an opinion on this, please leave it in the comment section below. Other than that, if you have a Pokemon theory for me, and I use it in the next video, please make sure to listen in, because I will give you a shout out in the next Pokemon theory. I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. And now, time for a service announcement from the Maverick Army. Tired of the norm? Is it time for a revolution? Join the rebellion and become a Maverick today by subscribing to Protomario. Remember, together we can create a new world order of gaming. Mavericks unite.